Good morning and welcome to the Flava World Cup update show. My name is Pius Mambo Jr. I'm your host this morning as we preview and review games in the World Cup. And with me in the studio, I've got Alderman Patrick Tembo, former FIFA referee, former match commissioner, match football analyst.
It's okay.
So many hats. Before I start talking about the other hats. Morning, Alderman. How are you today?
Morning, Pius. Good morning, our dear viewers.
Yes.
Yeah, what a World Cup on our hands.
It has been a fantastic World Cup. Very entertaining. And it's gone by so fast. We're already in the quarterfinals.
Already?
Yes.
No, it has lived up to its bidding so far. We're not disappointed.
Yeah.
Although the performance of some teams has been disappointing.
Yeah. To say the least. Yes. And just to acknowledge, before we go into the analysis, Just for Kicks Sports Shop, they are the providers of our beautiful World Cup balls here, Qatar 2022 official World Cup ball. If you want one, go to Just for Kicks. Alderman, so far so good as far as getting to the quarterfinals. So far, I know the games have been coming very, very fast. It's been the shortest World Cup. Not so much time to rest in between like other World Cups. It's going to be shorter by maybe at least 5 days.
Yeah.
Still, we're being entertained.
Oh, yes. Like I said, it has lived to its expectations. Yeah, we are watching a wonderful World Cup, well organized, and the teams are performing well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And looking at performance, starting with games we had yesterday, Morocco, they are through. First time in their history, first Arab nation, first country from North Africa to reach the quarterfinals of the World Cup. And well deserved?
Oh, yes, they did. Remember, this is a team, Pius, which has conceded only one goal since the World Cup started.
Yes.
I'm talking about this tournament. And that goal was an own goal.
An own goal. They had to help the other team.
They have a very well organized defense. They play as a unit. They are quick. They have talented players. What a team they have produced this year. Morocco is representing Africa very well.
Yeah. Justifiable. So they topped their group coming into the group stages. And I keep saying, I remember seeing Spain playing in a very laissez-faire manner towards the end of the game, just moving the game slowly. And not really pushing to score another goal, so they top their own group, but they were probably buying time so that they end up playing Morocco. In the end, they've ended up being shocked.
Oh, yes. Spain had the possession, but Morocco knew how to handle them. You know, they said, let them have the possession. Morocco played fast and direct football, which made them reach the penalty area for the opponents, and they did the damage. I've never seen a team which has restricted Spain so much. Imagine Spain had one shot on target. You can't restrict a team like I mean Spain like that, because they'll punish you, they'll control possession, they'll toss you.
All the firepower which they have.
They had everything, but there it was. They couldn't cope with the pace that Morocco had. This is a youthful team which has so much belief, Pius. You know, they have no respect for a name. What they do is put a good shift in the 90 minutes and the results are coming.
One of the biggest criticisms for Spain was the fact that they looked like they just wanted to walk the ball in the goal.
Busquets.
They wanted to move their tiki-taka football into the box and score. And they were not trying long shots, because especially with a compact Morocco, they could have tried their chances. Deflections go in as well. They also goes.
Like they did. I think the last minute of added time. Remember, they nearly won it in regulation time when it hit the upright. That's what they should have been doing. I agree with you. But you know, they have this tradition of taking the ball all the way into the penalty area and almost beating the goalkeeper.
Zambian football.
It has changed now. You know, they will just make the defense compact. They will frustrate you. And also, for the first time, I saw Spain committing so many fouls. They were frustrated.
Yeah.
You know, they were not ready, I think, for Morocco. They didn't look at the way Morocco had been playing.
Yeah.
You know, so they should have prepared well.
Was that the strategy of Morocco?
Oh, yes.
Frustrate Spain.
They knew that Spain would control the ball most of the time.
Yes.
And so their strategy was, when we are in possession, let's make good use of the ball, push it quickly into the opponent's penalty area, and anything there can happen.
Yeah.
You know, they had good chances. Morocco had created more clear-cut chances.
Yes.
Where in the final third, lack of maturity, the player kicks it straight to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So they took them punch for punch. Remember, Spain is a big team.
Yes.
Those are world-class stars. So congratulations to Morocco. They did not get there by accident.
Yes.
And anyone who underrates them will do so at their own peril.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange
we have
thing.
seen the birth of Sofiane before. Although Morocco plays as a unit.
Yes, they play very much as a unit. And just to speak a bit about Morocco, I remember, you remember when we were analyzing the AFCON earlier in this year, I remember we all picked our favorites.
Yes.
One of my overall favorite was Morocco, because I had seen what they had done with the team, and coming into the tournament, how strong they were. They just disappointed me as they went further in the tournament to be knocked out. It was by Algeria.
It was Algeria.
So I really expected so much from them, because I've been seeing the development of that team. But there's one factor that happened, is they qualified after the World Cup. After the AFCON, they qualified for the World Cup.
Yes.
And they fired the coach.
You see?
And the coach brought back some of the outcasts.
Yes. He brought back the other
people like Hakim Ziyech. And
Hakim.
Yes, he brought them back into the fold. And some people were doubting what's going to happen because of all these changes. But they look like they've performed.
He's won all the 7 games. I mean, it's not a mean achievement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can safely say they've arrived on the world stage.
No doubt about it. No doubt. Like
and Portugal should be wary. We talk about Morocco-Portugal just now, but they should be wary of this Morocco.
Wary of this Moroccan side, because it seems very few teams know how to plan against them.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Portugal beating Switzerland yesterday.
Well, I was extremely disappointed by the Switzerland side, which I think Shaqiri and team should have given us something, you know. You can't just give up like that and be punished.
That was a case of giving up, isn't it? That's what I thought myself as well.
There was no resistance at all.
When they realized that they can't come back in, they threw in the towel.
Embolo was playing as an individual. There was just no coordination. This team just fell off. It just fell apart. I mean, this was one of the worst performances the two teams have made before in the UEFA competitions, and Switzerland has beaten Portugal comfortably at some point. But to fall like that yesterday,
yes,
I tell you, it's something. But we also saw the birth of another star.
Yes.
Goncalo Ramos.
Yes.
You know, Ronaldo started on the bench. The coach knew what he was doing. He gave this 21.
You think that was a calculated move to give the youngster?
Yes. How many 21-year-olds are given chance to play at in the round of 16? The coach knew he had faith in that boy, and the boy didn't want to disappoint the coach. And he came to the party. You know, so what a performance by Portugal! They really showed us what they are. The youngsters are gelling very well with the seniors in that team.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's another team which I think can go all the way, but against Morocco, and we are going to talk about that later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with the Cristiano Ronaldo factor, do you think the coach should start the same way in the next game?
There's no doubt about it. Cristiano Ronaldo, at his age now, will just sit in the penalty area and waiting for somebody to give him the ball. He's not the Ronaldo we knew some time back.
Yeah.
This game of today is that of high press.
Yeah.
So the coach won't take a risk. You need players who have energy, players who can cover a lot of space, you know?
Yeah.
You really keep fighting. One mistake, you are punished.
Yeah.
So, like what he did yesterday, that was good. We had to bring in chaps with the energy. After they had done the damage, that's when they brought Ronaldo. They gave him 17 minutes. So it's okay. He's in the afternoon of his career.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't believe so. Remember the last time he was, last game when he was substituted, he was not happy.
Yes.
You know, so one thing Ronaldo has to do now is to accept that age has caught up. Much as he's a good player, age has just caught up. You know, you need to give the Ramos, you need to leave the stage to the Ramos for this one.
Okay, time for us to take a break. When we come back, we look at the 4 quarterfinals ahead. We shall return. And we're back. You're tuned into the Flava World Cup update show. Now, we look at the brief overview of the 4 quarterfinals coming our way in the FIFA 2022 World Cup. 17 hours, Friday, Alderman, Croatia versus Brazil. Croatia is a side, like we keep talking about Spain, avoided Croatia.
Yes.
But maybe they should have played Croatia. Croatia getting through on penalties and getting past Japan against a very vibrant Brazil, who convincingly won 4-1 against South Korea. Your thoughts?
Well, I think on paper it will be Brazil all the way. There's no doubt about it. Croatia are not playing as well as the other team that they had in the last World Cup. To me, I think they are an average side. They have been a bit lucky. You know, the penalties got them this stage.
Yes.
I've not been so convinced. But they are facing a very talented Brazilian side, which is able to punish any team now, because you know the pace, the resilience. I tell you, it will be Brazil all the way. There's no doubt about it.
Looking at it, if you were the Croatia coach, how do you play Brazil? Do you play Brazil the way Morocco played against Spain? Because we've seen Serbia tried that.
Oh yes.
In the first in the group stages.
It didn't work.
They tried to hold on, but it didn't. In the end, it didn't. It backfired a bit.
You see, what you do with when you are playing an opposition like Brazil, make sure you frustrate them in the midfield. Pack your midfield and try to catch them on the counter. Because a few questions that you can ask about their defense. So you need pacey strikers who can just spring from the midfield and take them by surprise.
Yeah.
Frustrate them. Don't create so much space for them. They'll punish you.
Yeah.
They were able to string the about 18 passes without seeing the ball.
Yeah.
Next time you see it is in the penalty area.
Yeah.
You know, so I think the best way to play against them is to make sure that you close all the spaces, more especially in the midfield. You suffocate their attacks. But if you start defending so deep, they will still find their way. You know, because they have so much talent.
Yes.
Vinicius Junior will want to take he won't shoot. He will take the ball right into the box so that you just kick him off and they'll get a penalty.
Netherlands versus Argentina, that's the 21 hours match on Friday. Netherlands are a team who don't mind playing without the ball.
What they want
Argentina,
is just
I know, will have a lot of the ball.
There's no doubt.
How do you
about
see
it.
this one coming?
Argentina will have a lot of the ball. Netherlands play direct. This one may go Argentina. This way. I think Argentina will get it. Netherlands have a good side. They have a very experienced coach. He's calm. He knows what he's a strategist. Yeah, but I think Argentina has so much talent in their ranks.
So what you have just done, Alderman, you've predicted one semi-final.
Yes.
Brazil versus Argentina.
Yes.
Okay. The Super Classico. Now, in the other two matches, we have Morocco, who we saw yesterday, beating Spain, and Portugal, who we saw beating Switzerland, facing off 17 hours on Saturday. Morocco, Portugal.
Morocco-Portugal will be very, very tricky. Portugal, the morale is high. He scored 6 goals yesterday. But this is a side which can also succumb. I don't think they have a very good midfield. With the pace with which Morocco is playing now, this may go into penalties again, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And when it goes into penalties, it will be anybody's game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And looking at the last semi-final, 21 hours Saturday, and the worthy one for 21 hours Saturday, the last, sorry, not semi-final, quarter-final, the last quarter-final, England versus France.
Yeah. Is that not another final coming early?
It definitely is. England versus France looks like a final.
France will have to work very hard because I think they will lose it in the midfield. This English team has a lot of talent, both in the final third and in the midfield. But I think it's in the midfield where this game will be won or lost. France are over-relying on Mbappe. They play, predictable football. They get from the midfield, they'll throw it into the wings where Dembele, Mbappe will be running. So it's easy. You can easily plan against them. But with England, they're like magicians. They'll just decide how to attack, just there and then, because they have so much talent. We cannot take anything away from them. They've been playing well.
Yeah.
This time round, they are known for going out in quarterfinals.
Yes.
I'm afraid they are going through. The 3 Lions are going through.
Semi-finals, 2 World Cups in a row.
Yeah. They are definitely going into the...
Your thoughts on the young man, Jude Bellingham?
Well. He's a revelation, Pius.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
He's a revelation. And he wants to prove to the coach that he deserves what has been, the opportunity has been given.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he's yet to deliver. He's yet. We shall still see a lot from him.
Maguire,
you watch him at Man U, you don't believe he's the same player who is playing for England.
Yes.
That's why the coach has so much faith in him, despite what he does at Man U. He's been so good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the formation. We have seen him playing slightly higher in the midfield. He's not so deep. At Manu, he's used so deep. But if you have seen the way the role has been given at the national team, he's been coordinating well with the midfielders.
Yes.
Yeah, perhaps it's the role, because the same Maguire misfires at Manu. He comes to the national team, he delivers. You know? He's a pillar.
And so, do you think it would have been a different France? And your prediction would be different because I've seen you tilting towards England.
Towards England.
If Pogba and Kante were commanding that midfield.
Exactly. Because they have no Pogba, there's no Kante, and you know,
they're using
England,
the youngster Chouameni.
Chouameni can't match the stars in the English side, in as far as the battle for the midfield is concerned. France has a weakness in the midfield. There's no doubt about it. If you watch them with a technical eye, they are really missing the two players you have mentioned.
Yeah.
So it will be quite a battle. But what they lack in midfield, they can get it through swift attack and believe. You see, Dembele is in good form. Mbappe is also doing well, and in between, they also play as a unit.
Yes.
So it will be an exciting game, but I still see it tilting slightly towards the Three Lions.
My prediction for the semi-final is Brazil versus Argentina. Second semi-final, Morocco versus England.
I like that one.
And for you, you said Brazil, Argentina.
Yeah, I said Brazil, Argentina. In fact, we have almost we got
not Portugal, England.
No.
You think Portugal? Yes, I also believe Portugal will be beaten. I think
Portugal will be
the
beaten.
spine of Portugal is not that strong.
No.
I think when you put pressure on it, I think Morocco will do the same thing. They will first frustrate them, and they will put pressure on that back
Morocco
line.
just beat them 1-0.
Pepe was not tested.
No.
And he's an old man.
You see, he's old.
They need to test that back line.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's how I'm predicting. Last question as we close the show. I was thinking of this. Since you are a referee, I'll take advantage. A former referee, and you're in the referee fraternity. I'll take advantage of you being here. Older man. We've seen it in major tournaments. We've seen it in some of the leagues. An incident can happen now. 5 minutes later, VAR will tell the referee that, oh, there was a possible penalty. Check. Can we take it? Can you review? We take, and then if the referee reviews and says yes, that was a penalty, they even bring back play, and they take the penalty. And now, what about in cases where the ball goes out of play? I've seen certain cases. The Japan game, for example. I'm not seeing VAR. I've never seen an incident in any league or a tournament where VAR brings back play because the ball went out. Because supposing the ball goes out and it's advantage to another team and they go and score.
You see, I think I'm happy you asked that question.
Yes.
Because VAR has a specific, it does not review all aspects of the game. That's very, very cardinal.
Yes.
It has specific instances that they have to look at, more especially those in the penalty area. Yeah, so
so
for
it's
now,
not everything they review.
Exactly.
Just maybe fouls and
red
cards, yellow cards,
offside. Yeah, yellow card incidences which would have been missed by a referee, which deserve a red card instead of yellow. They'll ask the referee, no, that one was not yellow. Check. We think that the player should be sent off. Then he will say yellow, cancelled, is red after he has reviewed. So it's not everything, unfortunately, for now. You know, so that's why you find there are issues. The ball has gone out. They're not picking it.
If you answer like that, I understand.
Yeah.
But I think FA should do a lot.
I think
they should handle everything.
They will do later as we go on. Yeah, as we go on, that will be happening. But so far, I think it's so good. We haven't had so many controversial decisions. This is the Japan one that you mentioned. And then, a few penalty calls which are being challenged.
Yeah.
But I think to me, almost all the penalties that...
to my soft penalties.
A penalty is a penalty. There's nothing like soft or hard.
It's a penalty. Hold on, man. Thank you for coming into the studio and joining us on the World Cup show. And to all our viewers, thank you for being with us. A big shout out to Just for Kicks Sports Shop for also being with us via provision of this beautiful World Cup 2022 Qatar ball. Have a good morning. Have a good day. We'll see you in the next show.